Yo, what's up, sports fans? It's Max for you. Well, I would like to add my little 2 cents about the MVP 2011 issue. This would be my phase 1 evaluation up to now. There are gonna be more evaluation steps in the future. But I must say, in this season, the race to MVP is a very high competitive. It's very highly competitive this season. Uh, so you see many players who have a breakthrough this year. For example, my friend Bruce Blitz picks Amari Stoudemire as a candidate. I mean, that's okay with me. While personally, I see other candidates more suitable for this position. Well, maybe that is because I do not pay too much attention to the New York Knicks. And I want to say at this point that it is a personal point of view. I mean, there shouldn't be any flames and quarrels about this. I mean, this is, as I said, this would be just a waste of time. But anyhow, I want to answer right to Bruce's latest view on LeBron James on the chance of becoming an MVP 2011. LeBron said it himself that he wouldn't become MVP now that he plays together with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. In my opinion, a very realistic self-judgment. I mean, but if the two put on a very dynamic duo show to put the heat up front, there might be a chance for a co-MVP. Has it ever happened before in NBA history? Well, there might be a first time for everything. No, seriously. Now that LeBron plays together with Dwayne Wade, he gets this star caliber relief that was long overdue. Unlike in Cleveland, where he really had to do everything. You gotta see how well it will work in Miami in the long term. But first of all, they gotta recover from their injuries. Now, my personal MVP favorite is Derrick Rose, because, as I mentioned before, he displays an unbelievable explosive flair paired with creativity and an aggressive drive to the rim and a variety of arsenal of offensive weapons, which is such a joy to watch. More than that, he's a very down-to-earth guy, and he has a capable supporting cast around him, and a coach in Tom Thibodeau who displays tactics from the Dark Rivers school. I know you can clearly see that he's trying to get his team to the ultimate level. Well, everybody talks about the Los Angeles Lakers, Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic, but nobody ever talks about the Chicago Bulls. Now I want to briefly follow up about the Miami Heat. Eric Spoelstra now has a heck of a job to do to handle the current situation with his primary weapons, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, not 100% fit due to injuries. But as I said before, now is the time to experiment with your supporting cast and find a way to make the best possible out of it, with the limitation in talent that is around these three superstars. I know it's hard, but I mean, you gotta try at least. Come on, man. What choice do you have as a coach in this situation? I mean, that is what professional basketball coaching is all about. Finding alternative strategies to compensate for certain sudden problems that can occur any minute, any time, Yes, Spoelstra has figured out how to use Dwayne Wade and LeBron as a duo, but the next step would be to integrate the other players more into those schemes. Find the right people who can play the best with the big three and utilize their talents. Try to give Mario Chalmers more responsibility with the ball handling. And most importantly, get away from that 1-on-5 and 2-man basketball. get much more involved in tight half-court game, in a half-court game down low, when the defense clogs away the driving lanes that are so essential for Dwayne Wade and LeBron James when they go at it from the top of the circle. Well, I would like to conclude this matter by saying, well, the current situation has shown some exposure of the Heat's weak spots that I mentioned previously in my latest video, and it's not going to be any easier, of course, especially after the All-Star break. You have a lot of teams competing for a playoff spot. The motivation and intensity level is higher than that, logically, no. In terms of teamwork and tactical divisions, I clearly see the Celtics, the Magic, the Lakers, the Spurs, and even the Chicago Bulls having the edge. Phil Jackson is right, and I read the latest article on ESPN. There's no way the Heat can compete, especially with the Celtics on another level, as they are now, yet. I'm Maxi Ryu, and I'm out.